comes to Eltharion. It is my duty, our duty, to endure. Stand with me. For as long as I still live. For Yvresse will never fall.
Welcome on back everyone to Total Warhammer 3 and part 19 of our legendary Eltharion the Grim Immortal Empires campaign. And in today's episode we are here with Eltharion and our Glow Master of Hoeth to throw hands with the Skaven in their abode, the Underways. We've been here so long, I've made coffee and a little bit of breakfast. I've actually forgotten if the Skaven had any minutes below someone, so if you've been coming on in from the last episode, you're going to be more informed than I. I'm actually got to set up in a little bit of an eclipse formation here, where our archers are going to be firing in pretty much the entire time, hopefully, with the Redeemers and such, defending against any kind of flanking attacks, or just charging through to engage the Skaven before they get to our archers. I've got the two different Eltharion Reaver archers up front. We're going to try to use them as for a bit of scouting, but if we look here, they have only 154 range, and so they are going to be vastly outranged by the enemy rattling guns that are across the field there, so we're going to be very, very careful. If we use this kind of rock here, the rattling guns are going to have a hard time firing because they have only have a line of sight weapons, while we have mostly arc fire. They can shoot directly, but they can shoot arc fire as well, so we have a little bit of a better opportunity. Plus, we have our two single entities that can rush in. Eltharion, back up in the air with you, and kind of bog down those rattling guns before they can get spun up. That is the plan, at least. So let's go ahead and get everyone into their units. We've got our main characters, our infantry. We're just going to have the archers be in this group for this time, and then all of our cavalry and such. The battle cats and the horse archers. Let's get this going. Well, before we do get this going, let's get everyone ready to kind of rotate a little bit more towards the side here. Battle begin. Right, Eltharion, let's get some scouting going. I'm going to bring the Reaver archers over as well. And then we'll have Caval kind of go stand in this position here. We also can kind of go ahead and rotate a good portion of our archers, so half the line we'll go ahead and take, and we will rotate them so they can all fire kind of at the same time. Keep the swordsmen here. We've got our dwarven cannons and our eagle claw working together, so they're hiding back in the back. Alright, Eltharion, there's no reason not to harass them as much as possible. We've got Arcane Unforgiving for strong against a single character. We'll just see how much damage we can get here. Do you have any kind of reserves building? Perfect, you do.
Avenge the fallen.
Avenge the fallen. If anything is going to burst into the ground, I'm not necessarily going to know what's happening, so we're going to bring them on back just because the map's not here. I guess before we get too far in, let's go ahead and show off our Yvresse colored dwarven allies here. Very baby blue. I'm not sure if the cannons are in position in a good spot where we're not going to get shot, so let's go ahead and push everyone up just a little bit more. Perfect. Eltharion, keep moving on up. We're actually going to go for... Come on, camera, don't be like that. Go for the quench on those rattling guns around the corner. And they've got a lot of rattling guns, but if we can kind of splash all of them at once here, that'd be pretty glorious. Spells away. We just want to stay just far enough away that when he does go for... Ooh, that was glorious. It did hit all three of them. Do we get it from further away? No. We do have to be very close for Arcane Unforgiving. Which is probably fair. It seems like it's a very powerful effect there. 33 to 67 damage per second. Well, that might actually be very similar to that of Spear Leech. It's very close. Costs a lot more, though. Got the warp grinders, they've got the red, so they do have quite a bit of armor. Luckily their front line is nothing but Skaven slaves, and they will go down to a single volley from pretty much any of our archers. Eltharion's army is just horrifyingly effective. 58-75. And that's just kind of across the board. They've got 12 more melee defense. Who's gonna get through the Silverin? Sure, they have plenty of missiles, but so do we. Let's go ahead and blast. I'm going to continue to go after different rattling gun teams, so let's go after you there, my friends. Oh yes, try to dodge with one another. Perfect idea. Eltharion. Ka-yoink. Splashes right in the middle. We only take down, I mean, 4 Rattling Guns is 4 less. They do have good armor. Assault of Stone. I would love to go try to land on a Corm, but I think he'll probably catch us in the air before we get too close. I can't see what kind of spells he's using because we're on Legend. Wiggle the Starwood Staff again. Kevin. AKA Henry.
Empowered by vengeance.
You know what, Eltharion? Let's go ahead and fire this direction. There's too many of them going into the woods. We don't want to just splash into the woods. That'd be the worst. Cool. Now start moving your way on back. Seem to do just pretty equal damage. They have a lot more armor, the Warp Fire Throwers. They're more meant to be an up-front skirmishing infantry. Yeah, the warp grinders makes getting in close a little bit spicy. In fact, Eltharion, go ahead and get grounded. That way they can't really do much to you. Oh, you're much slower on the ground, aren't you? Just kind of keep other Skaven between us and them. We can go ahead and pop back up to the sky now. Gonna keep drawing them towards us. As soon as they're in range of our cannon crews, and we'll have the Eltharion Reavers kind of come up. Start damaging the archers as they advance. Or the Skaven slaves, that is. Fire this little quench here. Rattling guns are coming out to start firing, so let's go ahead and get that shot off and run. I didn't take out actually that many, but it did drag some of their health off. Just gonna dodge those Rattling gun shots. They're fast, but they're not quite as fast as a normal musket. I mean, I think we can get them. I think we can. Evan, get ready. Here goes the Phoenix. It does get a little bit of damage, not all that much. Turn and go ahead and blast this into these Rattling guns again. Well, that lightning comes down fast. Thank goodness the Eltharion Reavers have such a reaction time. Go ahead and drop the Spirit Leech. Oh, you gotta get all the way across. I don't mind you closing the gap on him. Starwood Staff, and then go ahead and hit him with a Spirit Leech. Alright, you keep falling back. We've got the Scorch coming in now. We away! You guys switch over into multi-shot mode. Get into the middle of this group there. We can go for the Phoenix through the back. Land before he catches you there. With any kind of spells. So land, let's go get him. That should be an easy fight. Thought I told you to heal yourself. You definitely did. We don't need the Helm of Yvresse. Just keep moving. Oh, here comes the lightning. Where is it? Oh, that's the Mistwalkers. That freaked me out for a moment. Dawi cannons. Get him.
I fight for Yvresse.
No, I don't think there's any reason to leave.
Show no fear.
The Warp Grinders are trying to work their way through. Let's go ahead and have you guys fall back just a bit. Make sure you guys are firing on those Rattling guns first. Everyone else gotta do your thing. We'll have the Rangers come on out. Battle Cats, I don't see any extra Minas below, so let's go ahead and come on through. Watch those Warp Grinders. Go ahead and throw the Phoenix. You want to do that, we gotta do it carefully. This direction. Keep stopping those Rattling guns. And no one is even getting close. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, Battle Cats, your nuke's job is catching these Rattling guns. I mean, the damage they're taking. Eltharion the champion. Underways? What do you mean? It just clumps your units up. Oh, before Eltharion, relax. Eltharion, relax. There we go. Now you can capture him.
Avenge the fallen.
Get him.
I am Ever ready.
You know, he's gonna miss every single swing. Eltharion. Come on now. Catch the rat.
To battle.
Bud,
Grim Warden
you can do it.
rises. No surrender.
Oh man, he's gonna get away. Well, that's that being what it is. We're gonna go ahead and round up as many of the rest of these. Oh, we got him. You threw me off there, Eltharion. Good grief. Either way, we're gonna round up the rest of these rats, and I will catch you in a moment. Alright, only one of our own fell in the fighting, and that was due to friendly fire as we were chasing down the rest of these rats. One of the archers got a little bit overzealous. We will absolutely take that win. 4,000 gold from the fighting, and we can go ahead and we don't even need the extra labor. We can go ahead and just ransom those captives for even more gold and for some influence.
They will fund Ulthuan's defense.
Absolutely.
A negotiation with such as you betrays my vow.
Is it time for peace with Luggin? Nah, brother, that betrays my vow. Even if it's going to get us in trouble. Get him, Croak. Alright, Amendil's ambush was foiled. How unfortunate. The Lillian's back and ready for duty, and we've got a rebellion coming on in the Ashen Coast and at the Marshes of Madness. How unfortunate. Yeah, we just can't be everywhere at once, and after Imric snaked the Death Gorge from us, he was protecting it, right? He just was bringing that into his wing. And Queek is back now to go after Spite Peak. Nice and brave of you, Queek. And it looks like Imric was defeated. Well, that's not good. That means he's going to lose all of his lands except for down here over where he did claim. I guess it is a good thing he's got a couple of those. Let's move on up and go for the Misty Mountain. Just go ahead and take this one on down. Loot and occupy. I think we just need to claim it. There's no reason to rebuild anything. Lightwater is back secured. We will go ahead and have... Truthfully, for now, all we really need to do is go for the Reaver patrols. Make sure that the Skaven aren't coming through these lands so aggressively. We can't really go for any upgrades over here until we have... some of these other armies kind of beaten back. Mash and all of his Savadors are just going to come through. I don't think they really can win in Agru Migdal. We can hold the line there. We should be able to.
Order must be maintained.
That army has moved on.
I serve the Phoenix King.
But that is a whole level of suspicious. Bronte Mingle is very well defended. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it. We need to keep the top knot from becoming an issue.
We go.
We go indeed. I also really want to upgrade Krak Osgal since it is a pretty decent settlement. So let's go ahead and take that up to a haven. Back at the home front. Waiting for Yvresse to be upgraded. Mistnar can go up to tier 3. I think we absolutely will. Mistnar or the Shrine of Cain is a growth building. I think it'll be Mistnar then. Up here in Conquata, we will be absolutely moving on the Citadel of Lead. Purifying Albion.
The winds of magic
Easy money. We'll go ahead and I think sack Citadel of Lead as well, since it isn't a port settlement. I don't mind taking that down to tier 2. Won't be making us all that much money even after we do claim it. Alright, Albion is fixed. We can fix the island. We'll go ahead and give ourselves a little bit better growth. So we'll repair our tier 4 Conquata. Actually, no we won't. We'll let that repair naturally. We can just kind of retreat her back there next turn. We'll go ahead and throw in the stone walls, because Eltharion makes them cheaper. Craftsmen are interesting. We get the militia camp here, which is going to be able to get us the Silver Guard. I really don't think we need the militia camp, though. I think we're just going to go for maximum aggression here at the Citadel if we're going to go for any kind of buildings. So let's repair the Citadel of Lead. The Isle of Wights, I think, also can just go ahead and repair itself, no problem. Actually, as I say that, we'll let this repair, and then we'll go ahead and do... Craftsman. What allows us to recruit dragons? It is the Dragon's Lair. And it is extremely expensive. Okay, well in the meantime, let's just go for 30% more income from entertainment buildings in the local province. Open embassy. Yeah, we'll just go for more goods generated, more monies. Yep, save the gold for next turn here. We've got a couple armies that we have borrowed. Where Ralk Hemlock is kicking on around.
Ready yourselves.
Ready yourselves, Skaven slaves. That is a group of them annihilated. We'll go ahead and ransom the captives for even more influence here next turn. And we have pretty well defeated Marathi. We can just let Tyrion and his armies go after her, while we kind of hold, because it looks like Grumbrindle is really going to be coming after us pretty soon. So we'll just hang out here at the Plain of Dogs. We're going to give this one over to Herald of Ariel as well. Only making it 72 gold, so I think we will.
Spit it out then. I've got prey to hunt.
You've got prey to hunt. Well, we'll take a trade agreement with you then, and a military access pact. By the grace of Lady Ariel, I accept your terms. Up to 123 next turn, or that is what we're trending towards. Halsin really doesn't like us, though. Treaties with Whistleland, Clan Angren, Corone, and the Chevaliers of Leonis. So he is much more anti-Bretonia this time. He likes Carcassonne fine, but the rest of them, no. That's fine. We can deal with Orion in time. No one really wants to trade with us at the moment. Peace with Labaris. Honestly, Thorak's about to wipe them out. I'm thinking we will go ahead and snag this peace treaty for whatever gold they have left. Just siphon that away from them and let Thorak and everyone else handle them. And we will go ahead and just use our influence to repair whatever was wounded there with hurt feelings. Silostra's about to go away, as is your right. Well, I won't lie, as soon as the Monkey King arrives, I will have a legendary lord to despise even more than Silostra.
Destruction abounds.
Destruction abounds.
My life for Tor Yvresse.
Alright then. So let's go for Arcane Conduit and then the point into... I can't believe we haven't even gone into a single point into his melee, and he's already up to max. Well, he's got four more skills till max. Let's go for that upgrade to Soul Quench, make it as cheap as possible. And then we're just going to go down the melee line and get as far as we can. Cavill, let's go ahead and continue to make you better at defending yourself. Yennefer up there. I am sad that you do max out at a Moondragon, but it's pretty decent. Let's go for... Probably finally down to your blue line. This is a little bit sad you don't have any research rate in yours, kind of like the dwarves do. Speed of Assyrian for your lore master is probably a pretty good idea. Yeah, let's go for the extra speed. Speed and melee defense, mind you.
Rook, no failure.
Rook, no failure. We'll probably end up giving a lot of the mountains back over to the Dawi. But I think we'll probably keep Karakas Gal. I don't know, we'll see. Pairing relations with the Dawi is not going to be super easy. We can claim most of the wastelands over here, so we can basically be in charge of the Dawi Tsar lands. Meanwhile, we can give the Dawi back the mountains. I think that's going to be a good call once we have most of these settlements under our control. Just trying to plan out our next kind of course of action here. I mean, just letting Albion upgrade is probably a pretty good idea. Northern Yvresse, we're just waiting for. The Phoenix Gate is not under threat, but what does this do when we upgrade it all the way? Magic Greater Bolts. That sounds pretty awesome, but truthfully, Colonnade down where we need it most. Leoness can get the upkeep reduction for Illyrian Reavers and Silverhelms. We actually don't have very many of them. Let's get the walls so Leoness is safe. And I think that's going to be the best call. We can go for upgrades in Nagaryth. Estate. Everything must go.
The Warden of Tor Yvresse.
Pretty sure everyone's pretty well moved. What about you, Amendil?
Phoenix Court.
I think we can also likely give you back on over to your commanding generals. So we shall return to this alone army.
Master of magic.
Although Gavin stays with us.
Archlector.
Gavin, looks like Full Store has come on back to the Sun Tree Glades. There's not that many Tzeentch boys in here. So 10. We're a maxed out army of mostly very mobile lads against Tzeentch. It's not even my army. Alright, Gavin. Let's see what you got.
I will do anything for Sigmar.
I will do anything for Sigmar.
Sigmar
Let's
is
prove
with
it.
us.
Looks like we didn't actually capture the rat, so he just got wounded normal like. I mean, we'll allow the armies we've loaned to be nice and aggressive like that. We can loot and occupy here for replenishment. Oh, Storm was captured. Well done. So if we interrogate you, we get Ruin Shelter. We see what level he is. I also noticed that you're no longer giving us your trait. Because that last battle we didn't have Ethereal. So I'm going to go ahead and indoctrinate you, send you back. So you can give us some of your income. For the time being. We'll go ahead and interrogate you for the Ruin Shelter. I don't think it wears off over time, but we didn't have any of it on any of our Mistwalker units for that last battle with the Skaven, so we'll send her on back and have her make some gold from the undead pirates for the time being. High Elf Outpost. That's pretty decent. Before we do that, though, let's upgrade Pollinate and Conquata. And then I actually think we'll go for Mistwalker's Sanctum. Sounds awesome. We will snag... I do also want to get the Lion Chariots of Trace before we're done here. Actually, Lion Chariots running through Norska sounds hilarious. So we'll get ourselves another army there. It's based on those Lion Chariots. I need 4 population points here. Dringo Rakus is not safe. Marshes of Madness, also not safe. Go ahead and upgrade the Shrine of Cain then. There. We'll probably start building up another army here in Albion proper. But we do need... We do actually need the forces down here. And now that I have declared peace with Khalida, we can go ahead and just hand Ascali back over to his forces. And we definitely need to build up another army in this area first. So let's go in... Just make sure we don't lose Agru Migdal. We already have a princess. We already have several arc... Well, more archmages is never a bad thing. So we're just going to go ahead and snag an archmage of... what is the best way to deal with all of these savage orcs here? And then cycle over to helping us with the Skaven. It was going to be probably Lore of Metal. Just for that armor piercing. It's got both armor piercing and... Not as much singularity, but we can drop armor. So we'll get Lililian the... Oh, we just bring Lililian back. Primed Harrieth the Limber. 30% more speed is amazing. Latana the Entrepreneur. She gains skills a lot faster. Well, Lillian, you're lucky we've got you already up to rank 10, otherwise we'd go find someone else. Scroll of Aramar. Nope, I like what you've got there. Well, actually, the Scroll of Leeching is pretty garbage. Brass Cleaver, actually going to switch out instead, so you're getting a buff to your allies. And we can go ahead and combine up a few of these here. Relic Sword. Trickster's Pendant. Oh, what's this one? An active ability. So anyone around you, or you can drop that off. This looks identical to the other Trickster Shard. It's just a different slot, I guess. Talisman of Endurance instead of a Dawnstone, absolutely. 50% resistance is pretty dang good. Pretty good indeed. We have not been using nearly enough heroes. Can we go ahead and recruit... no, we can't. I thought we could recruit nobles anywhere. How many more heroes can we afford? 5 nobles, 3 lore masters, and 4 more mages. Well, let's get a noble or 2 in. We've got plenty of influence to spend. Vigorous is a perfect vigor. 10% more speed. Hale and hardy. Inattentive. Now I think we'll go ahead and grab the Dynamo lad here. This one is a driving force. Potential is taken and transformed into decisive action by their hand. Shanahan, the Dynamo.
My attention.
You have my attention.
I will share my.
Let's go join little Lillian with you. And then 20% physical resistance is a ton.
Brave son of Ulthuan,
I think so too.
born
We'll go ahead
to
and
lead.
mate. It was a tough call. We'll go for just, I guess, increased trade off the start here.
What do you require?
I said
Neverhus, you can
Phoenix
definitely
King.
use an ally, so we'll
Light
have
my path.
Aurelius the super resistant join you.
I am a fount of knowledge.
Marcus Aurelius. And then let's see about... Where can we recruit in the Lore Masters of Hoeth? Is it only over here at Yvresse? Yeah, it looks to be. I mean, I guess we can come on and grab a couple of Lore Masters of Hoeth and send them up towards Albion. We need the specific building, though, to get them in. We don't have to do that over here.
No weakness.
Okay, cool. We'll skip on through, then. Ignore our imminent rebellions that are about to kick off. Let's check diplomacy just real fast. See how far away we are from getting Confederation with... the elves are being very difficult. Even the likes of Calidor. So in fact, since he's the most likely one that we're going to be able to confederate with, let's go ahead and keep building up intrigue with Calidor if it's cheap. We have so many on here now. My poor highs. There we go. And it only costs 19. We can do that like once or twice. No more than that, though. And that should increase relations nicely. And as Calidor loses more settlements, we should become more and more likely to confederate with us. Alright. Yep, Week's gonna move in on Spite Peak. Is there anything we can do about this? No, they're on the Bone Breaker, so let's kind of charge through. That's really lame of you, Week. Run away, then come on back.
What is it? I am a warden.
Orek is really deteriorating now. He wants us to join his war. Do not sully your ancestors with cowardice. No, it's not cowardice. It's just we've got other stuff to do. You're not fighting the rats like we are. Oh good, the Vampire Count's rebels are back. We at least win this one. And we'll take the extra influence too.
Unhand us.
Unhand us. Rebellions. Well, they took so much gold with them when they sacked the settlement.
Duty is purpose.
Man, I figured you guys could handle Kalita. And she's only got a couple settlements left. That's no problem. Just stamp her out and come up north and help me with the rats. Week's being an absolute menace.
The people are restive.
Yeah, I wanted to hang on to these, but it's probably not a good idea because they're just going to keep draining our economy. So, Emmerich,
What have I done to deserve
how would you
this
like to
from
have
one
yourself?
so lowly?
Excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah, we're not going to do that. We will go ahead and join his war. Or not join his war, I meant trade settlement. We're trying to give him the Spite Peak. Yes, give you the Spite Peak for a bunch of gold.
I will not fail.
We'll see. I've set you up to. Good old political machinations. Alright, Eltharion.
No glory.
No glory.
Only service.
Yeah, it's time to tramp through the horrible, awful
Seek out enemies.
mountains here.
Vengeance calls me.
We're gonna stand in camp stance. We're still likely to get ambushed our entire way over here. And it looks like Rictus is a gigantic force now, where they've basically claimed most of the wastes. Yeah, I see at least half of the wastes are under control of Rictus. Which is bad for everyone. Alright, Gavin.
I serve Sigma.
You do indeed. Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Warrior of Sigma.
Gavin, we're gonna have you push on forward.
I serve the Heldenhammer.
and takes down Quixotle here next turn. I'm likely going to give the Sun Tree Glades over to the Sons of Sigmar. And by likely, I mean absolutely will. I don't really want to maintain settlements that are unpleasant. Not when I can get so much positive relations and so much gold for it.
Agreed.
Agreed. Plus, if I want to, I can start yoinking away more of his armies when I have more of this good relations. So we will what is this name? Zizplox? I mean, surely they're not just a blob of flesh. Kairos Fate Weaver's back, that's awesome to see. We definitely need to capture him, throw him in prison. Not worry about him for the rest of the time here. Great to Alcatraz with you. Alright, cool. We could go ahead and yoink away some of Alariel's armies. I mean, we've defeated most of our actual enemies, though. All we're really doing is going on crusade here in the Badlands. So we'll just be we'll try to build up some good, powerful armies with what she has from just those allegiance points.
Never falter.
In fact, while I do love my War Lions, can I just snag instead a dragon or two? We get that through Allied. I mean, she has access all the way up to a Special Avalorn Tree People. Which, I mean, Special Avalorn Tree People should be pretty useful against rats. Although I guess that weakness to fire makes them a little bit less useful against rats. We'll figure that one out. In fact, Lillian, while you're here...
Used by Hoet's wisdom.
Exactly. What better? Ooh, Arcane Phoenix. I wish Eltharion got to start his campaign with his Arcane Phoenix again. Those were the good old days. Let's go ahead and give you a Tree Man. And by one Tree Man, I mean we're going to go for the double Tree Man combo. And then we're going to come over here to... Ooh, Calidor has no outpost because they keep losing their settlements. Good on you, Calidor. Let's go Tree Man plus Lion Chariots. And then Lillian, you can go ahead and get yourself a few...
Magic.
I mean, get yourself something nice. Get you some archers.
Your command.
Gyrohus, you sprint your cheekies over here to the Shrunken Kernark. We'll have Marcus Aurelius join
I
you.
will share my experience, noble.
Shahanahan,
You have
which is
my
quite a
attention.
name. You can come join Lilith. No, Gyro. Oh, well, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Yup, that's perfect.
Lady of the Phoenix Court.
Alright, Shahanahan, you're gonna join her instead, that way we don't
I have
lose
much to teach them.
these now very tired elves. There's much to teach them.
High mage.
Hopefully it's about not misclicking.
I see the winds.
Lillian's also likely about to get jumped hard, so let's go ahead and give ourselves some Fireborn to make sure that doesn't happen. I think Fireborn plus 2 Lion Chariots plus 2 Tree Men, it should be more than enough to handle any kind of rebellions that pop up. Alright, now back up to Conquata, which is probably going to be pretty quickly one of our highest income producing provinces here. It isn't yet, but it soon will be. So control is ticking towards the positive. Let's go ahead and grab some Elven Craftsmen here for more gold. And then we will have to spend some to repair. Citadel of Wights, or Isle of Wights is about to repair itself fine, but nothing else will, so I don't trust it.
Bring me my tomes.
Bring me my tomes. And then lastly, I do want to get in another lord here just so we can keep track of how much we're spending. So if we were to do this, it's going to increase cost by another 900 on top of the 300. That's a lot. We're going to not worry about that for now. We need some of our other provinces to get up and kick it even further. Yvresse, once it hits tier 5, we can get even stronger things here, like the amphitheater. Control not quite 100. But can't do anything to actually increase it further. Through commandments, that is. Alright, so lastly, we'll just come on in here and check to see if anyone wants to make any kind of deals. The answer is no.
Trained by the White Tower.
Yes, Kavina, you have been trained. I think it's time, though, since we have handled this mess down here. I will just hand this on back. Although this... Never mind, Scarpel's lair is under attack.
Full speed, Asher!
Full speed. Are these making us anything? 280 total. I think we'll use them to make further deals with the Sisters of Avalorn. Kavina, you go ahead and
Destiny beckons.
back to the other team.
Speak quickly.
Fear not.
Give you Scorpel's
We will
Lair.
listen
Can
carefully.
you give them one a turn here? Up to a military alliance? Yes, please.
If we must.
You must. And then we can go ahead and pop
grant you
in.
an audience.
So don't waste our.
Listen, ladies, that's not the plan. We're gonna pop in the outpost. Oh, we gotta be careful with it, because thank goodness we can get the Witchwood. We're their first allies. Yes, please. Time for some Wood Elves. Finally, the first campaign we've finally been able to make friends with Wood Elves. Bretonians, do I really want you on side? You're not as useful, I can't lie. Meanwhile, our Elven allies can at least give me some more Elven units in a hurry. So that's great. That will do. Building upgrades. Oh yeah, and Dringarakas. I think I'm going to go ahead and give this one over to Emmerich as well here next turn. That way he refills his coffers as well. Let's get through there. We've got outposts available. We'll just kind of look through like this. Crad Tommen. I mean, it's not worth upgrading though, I don't think. Walls in Yvresse. Badlands can use better walls at Stormhenge, which actually is probably a good call. So that's what we'll spend the gold on there. Problem solved.
Speak plainly, and only of matters of business.
Better not try to quick talk me. Wants to just join us war with Clan Scryer. I think we can do that. Indeed, Joan of Arc, we join you. There might be aid from the dukedom forthcoming. Yeah, now's when we get attacked by just hordes of Clan Scryer rats. Missions aborted. Recruit some missile infantry, we can do that.
My solemn duty.
I like how the AI is trying to lure us into attacking Queek here. We attack him, he falls back.
Not my fault.
Yeah, he's just filling up with ROR. I'm glad you can do that. That makes pushing through here aggressively dangerous. 440 range.
No, I blame you.
We do outrange the Zap Warp Lightning cannons. Our cannons should be able to devastate them first. We are in an extremely corrupted area, though. I think we stay in a camp. Keep moving. Is there anything we can do to further decrease our chance of being ambushed? Got a food taster for hero action chance. Don't need that. Got a lot of control items here. Oh, but nothing that helps us out with... Oh, wait, ambush defense chance. Yes. Give. Tracy and Scout. How do you get more of these? Participated in an ambush battle. Fair enough. Here are the two +2 control. We'll grab a Lichbane, Lichbone pennant for magical attacks. It should help out with a couple of the war machines that Skaven have. Talisman of Safari. That's pretty good. Not better than anything we already have, though, with Eltharion's army here, though.
Joy is want.
Joy is want. Alright, well, it looks like MASH is going to build up. Which, fair enough.
In defense of Ulthuan.
Sawed off, he says. Let's correct his manners there. Princess of Ulthuan.
Asur we fight.
Manners corrected. We shall go ahead and ransom you clowns. Get ourselves another food taster.
If you will it.
If you will it.
Protector of Ulthuan.
I don't want you to take attrition, though. Come up back this way.
Triumph for Ulthuan.
No, I think we'll come across the river this direction. I don't know, we'll see.
Can I offer assistance? You call.
You can. Let's go ahead and give you Route Marcher now, finally.
I'm waiting.
Because you're not just simply sitting there and replenishing. Or playing defense. So Speed of Assyrian for your
Lady
noble.
of Ulthuan.
Truthfully, both nobles. Not pretty decent melee attack. Does it cut it by 5? That's not that much. Foebane. I can see the glittering scales and a radiant gem. Sounds pretty good. Marcus Aurelius all set up now. Shahanahan. Every time I say it's quite the name. Toughness, let's go ahead and go for even further bonus V large. Yeah, I think that's though just maximize that bonus V large. We're just gonna have to get another set of armor for you. Dragon Bane gem for the time being. Beautiful. I would love to upgrade Crud Talman, but before I do, yep, definitely want to get the Agam Stones in when Quada going. Let's continue to upgrade Control first, since we can do both. We're going to go ahead and do that. Then, you already have all 4 allied units. No, just 3. So maybe these Reapers of Ladriel, we'll try to switch them out for Rail Knights. Would be awesome. It would be so expensive, though. We can maybe wait till we have the Heralds of Ariel's. Oh, no, we got Knights, but Knights of Caledor don't actually have that much. They've got the Tyrannoc Chariots, just some more lions. Okay, cool. So we know we've got to work with.
Student of Teclis.
Student of Teclis.
Pure magic.
We'll have you move to the Citadel of Lead. How many turns before we can build in? Oh, so it's going to be a few before we even get up to the chariots I want.
True.
The Yennefer, you're going to be here for a while. Let's pop outside of the Citadel. Although getting that growth up even faster is a good idea, so we're going to not. Feather Lords haven't been moved. Gavin.
Ready to serve.
Slayer of Tzeentch.
Your word is my command.
I figured it was. And we can't quite auto-resolve here, but we can go ahead and set up some high elf battering rams and some high elf siege towers for our Imperials to utilize.
The Empire!
Giving them some of our research. Has a lot of Tzeentch forces.
Now is
That is a lot of forces of Tzeentch. I'm still going to keep Gavin for now. We're going to go ahead and take down Quetzalcoatl. And then we're going to go ahead and give that to the Sons of Sigmar. Yeah, as we continue to kind of let them push through. We'll let them kind of be the nice barrier against Tzeentch, but they can steal any of our settlements and give it to a faction we're not at war with pretty much at any point they want, which is so much fun. Read that twice more, and we'll end the turn. Alright, so Queek tried to just jump away real quick. What a fool. Okay, we'll go ahead and give the... Probably want to give the Rangers standard over to Eltharion. That way he has Strider. I don't think he does naturally. Nope, so we're going to make sure that now good old Stormwing is no longer taking any issues by being in the trees. Lichbone pin it on you, and then before I do, you have magical attacks already? Nope. Now you do. Then more armor-piercing damage to the ROR Battle Cats. Let's get them. Alright. So Queek does still have some fairly obnoxious units here. Let's go ahead and start deployment. They kind of tried to get them deployed in a little bit of the same formation I had. They did their best, didn't they? So they've got some long range, but we do too. So we'll go ahead and set up our cannons.
bring death on him.
Exactly. Shall we? I think we'll do 2 Spire Guard up front this time. I mean, actually, take it back. We're probably just going to go for pretty much the exact same setup I had previously. That was kind of the Crescent. We just need to really be on dealing with the enemy artillery and at the more long-range missile troops they have.
Eagle Claw.
Eagle Claw.
For duty.
So we'll have the Silverin Guard just take the most frontal position because they have silver shields. All the rest of our archers do not have shields. They take all the hits. They're not going to enjoy it. Rangers here, Battle Cats protecting our artillery crews.
Without fail.
Bring the Faith Bearers back.
Warden of Althwa.
You're going to be in charge of being extremely obnoxious with your spells, especially Soul Quench.
Orders received. Archers!
Bring them over a little bit here. Sentinels of Astriel in between. Oh, did I actually put them in the center this time? That's not what I meant to do. Oh no, I'm just getting mixed up because of the amount of sheer number of archers over here. So I want the Sentinels of Astriel to be kind of the smaller form checkerboard that we were using. Like so, with the normal archers kind of behind, the fire ROR archers.
We will obey.
Eagle Claws, you stay exactly where you're at.
We will obey.
Terrain's a little bit
Understood.
broken up here. That looks pretty good. Also, we'll grab Cavill, make sure he's up front and he's able to spawn to either side there. I want my missile cavalry kind of up on the sides so they can hide. They're going to be very useful here, but only after we deal with a couple of the treble targets across the field. Alright, so main characters, infantry, archers, which with our artillery, let's be real, and then the lions. Alright, luckily Queek is not a mage. What to do with any of that nonsense?
Loyal.
Loyal.
Quickly now. Acknowledged.
Go and advance. Let's go and advance a little bit of the line. I want this half. I keep getting units I don't want. Like so, kind of how we did previously, so we'll rotate them a bit. Get them kind of on land that they're not getting shot at by our cannons.
Understood.
Yeah, the Teethbreakers immediately start cracking in.
Eltharion sends me.
They're going to be the ones we're going to go for with the Soul Quench then.
Knight of Yvresse.
Yep, Lightning Cannon's going to hurt.
The warden marches.
Alright, all sorts of bad there. Thankfully we do have heals for Eltharion.
Toward penance. Eltharion serves. Onward. I follow.
Dodge the Lightning Cannon where you can. Just watch what it shoots. And they're going to call in some friends back here in the back. Oh, they got so much damage. That's lucky. Menace below being what it is. Alright, so let's drop in the heals on yourself. That almost hit our front line. Okay, we still have all 4 cannons up and running, which is perfect. Battle Cats, you kind of come on away. Cannons, you stay in position. Poor Eltharion's getting ranged by those zap cannons the whole time. That is a very effective bit of artillery there. Now let's watch for the next summon. Right in the center. Eltharion, you turn and get them. And these guys should be able to defend themselves very well. Cannons taking shots into friendly lines, that's perfect. But you guys stop. Just the Three Stooges episode here. Okay, I know I told you to stop. Alright, let's get up to another Soul Quench towards... These guys are pretty much the ultimate anti-wizard cannons. Alright, now dodge. Ooh, barely. With the Teethbreakers handled, though. Here comes the next one. Maul them, Battle Cats. As long as I'm staying here with Eltharion, though, I can dodge shots, because it shoots a lot of them. I'll be getting lucky and splashing my front line. Not very hard, though. Wait for them to do one more volley, then we'll give it another Soul Quench towards the Teethbreakers there. Oh, you gotta dodge him, otherwise that increases your cooldowns by so much.
Eagle Claw.
That's hilarious. We're pretending to be the Skaven here. Alright, you underestimate the Skaven at your own peril. I don't even like I was underestimating them, they have obnoxious abilities. Alright, you go get them. Archer's gonna stay up front here. Looks like they're gonna be moving in with their lads. How many more minutes below summons do they have? Doing a good job of weakening us, though. away from them pretty quickly. They're just gonna bring that group all the way back. Battle Cats come and stop these dwarf thing menace. Gonna ride across the line. You charge on in. Spirit Leech over cast on Queek. Annihilate. Switch you back over into multi-shot mode, deal with the Teeth Breakers. Yeah, we're gonna lose quite a few of these archers there, but those guys are fairly expendable. All things considered.
Cannon! Vengeance! This won't misfire!
Without fail.
Yep, good old rattling guns.
Weapons ready!
Our Battle Cats get through there. Wolf Rats with poison should just charge in and get immediately taken out. Cannon's doing a good job. Let's drop another Spirit Leech on Queek. Eltharion should absolutely win that fight. We're just going to drop the rocks for good measure on Naked Zap Zap. Give yourself the Hand of Glory. Drop the Arcane Unforgiving. On back in to stop these guys before too much more rattling gun fire is in. Our melee troops here aren't as effective.
It shall be done.
As you say!
There we go. Lost almost all of those War Lions.
It will be done. Orders received. To battle.
Alright, that's the Skaven handled. Not super effectively, but handled all the same. We will do what we can to run down the rest of these poor fools here, and I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, decisive win, but man, when everything across the field's a threat, it makes that much more stressful, doesn't it? Alright, Eltharion took a little bit of damage, but that's mostly on Eltharion and the Battle Cats that we got from Avalorn, and then our Reavers of the Mist, which is not too bad at all. We'll go ahead and take the replenishment there.
Only worth his service. Give me one reason not to curtail your unnatural.
She's begging for peace before she's wiped out. That's not enough gold there, Silastra, and in fact, I'm gonna enjoy watching L'Oreal push you out into the sea. Alright, Lyrian, several missions have been aborted. The Cult of Pleasure is no more. Which means there are far fewer enemies for Ulthuan. Rictus appears to be our next main menace here. Hickstone slaughtered, we got some glittering scales, disciplinarian for Lillian, and we can just keep moving on in.
Eltharion.
If we attack, they've got him up front, so if we attack Vomik, we're going to get immediately
Acceptable.
jumped in return. Let's keep moving closer.
Yvresse's guardian.
We'll just keep on moving closer. And now it's time to make Eltharion as tough as we can. Sword player for more attack, armor piercing damage, and charge bonus.
The Warden of Tor Yvresse.
Abel will go ahead and give you that final point into Blade Shields, with 101 melee defense. Oh good. Oh good, the Avalanche Mortars are here. They're just surviving with RORs at this point. Of course, Tretch is going to start jumping through the underway for us to deal with as well, so it's about to get very ratty very quick. Because, I don't think that the dwarfs are helping very much. They're kind of doing their own thing. They're going after the undead, mostly. Which, if we can help stamp the undead out, that means that they have a better target for them.
For the Phoenix King.
Move to the Kernark here. Lillian, you now have your
Master of high
very
magic.
good units. Yeah, move to the edge of our territory because of Badlands. That's a bit obnoxious,
I know my destination.
but not to be unexpected. Let's get a couple more archers here. They just keep building up, and I think getting taken out by the gunner crew that we have here in the peninsula.
High Elven Archmage.
Alright, get over here. Conquata, things are progressing along quite nicely. I think we will go ahead and upgrade the Isle of Wights because it has the port.
The greatest.
And eventually we can start retrofitting your army with Mistwalkers too. Replacing all of these spears with bows. Skyhawks are interesting. They have way more attack than defense, so they're not meant to be a line holder. Yennefer will have you continue to stay in the provinces. That way you're building up. How much control are we building otherwise?
Power.
It's actually not that bad. We can drop into the least blessing.
The maiden's benediction. Carried by magic.
Kind of prepare to invade the troll fjord from here. We might as well strike on out and do a little bit more damage to Ulfric, Wulfric, not let him build back up. Norska isn't the most scary, but when they start getting armor and mammoths, it becomes a little bit more dicey to deal with them. Rebellion and Dringo Rakas. Oh yes, we're gonna go ahead and give this one to Imric.
Upon my glory.
You may gaze upon my glory. Thanks, Imric. I'm also gonna go ahead and give you Dringo Rakas. This is something that we really can't handle right now. That's a lot of gold. Closing in on Confederation now. So defeat Volmic. Defeat Peter. I don't see any of the armors running around. Looks like they clashed with Volkmar, and neither one of them handled it very well. Kairos looks to be gone. Very good. Gavin, you can handle this, no problem. We'll go ahead and... Ah, yes. Sack that for 18,000. Turn back around and give it to the Imperials.
We will not betray chaos.
So Gavin, you go ahead and... Well, honestly, you're very useful. Because being able to direct the armies to exactly where we want is pretty great. Although we have 100... I think we have 100 with them. Let's go ahead and give Quetzalcoatl to the Imperials next turn. That way they can at least sit there and do some replenishing. Gru Migdal we can go ahead and take up to tier 3 for absolutely no reason. Other than because we want to. Promenade here because we can afford it. So back over in the home front. With all this ill-gotten gold, we can take Elisli up to tier 3 finally. We're on Lek, can't really go anywhere. Koryuali is also kind of waiting. Building that growth is taking a while. We don't have any growth buildings. Go figure. Harbor here. Battle Ranch is intriguing. I don't think we're going to be able to hold on to Krad Talman for very long. Quetzalcoatl we're definitely not going to keep. Yeah, so if anything, we'll just go for the cattle ranch here. And swing on over to start getting... Start grabbing the Lord Masters of Hoeth here. We're going to have to send them on a very long journey. Instead, just go for another noble on this side. Extra control in all provinces, extra control in this province, and more income from entertainment buildings faction-wide. Oh, I'm sorry. 20% more ammunition for the whole army? Well, I think we need both of these guys. Welcome, Aramir.
Noble son of Ulthuan.
And welcome also Gilgalai and the Frugal.
True son of Ulthuan.
I'm waiting.
I'll have you join Gyrohus. We already have one that's very resistant. What do you have there, Noble? Extra speed. Let's go for the extra speed one down here with the Lillian, since she has the cavalry and the chariots.
Archmage.
We'll have...
What do you require?
Aramir is the control-based lad, and then Gilgalion is Frugal. You can go join
I am yours. I am a fount of
here
knowledge.
and here.
I am a fount of knowledge.
I'm a fount of knowledge.
Valiant.
Speak your mind.
If you're not a fount of corruption, we will take it. And then I guess we can go ahead and try to upgrade... Not... Both of them are fine. We'll go ahead and upgrade the Krad Talman first. Swap over to rebuilding the Lost Splendor. And we will slowly and steadily make our way through towards Desolation of Nagash. Perfect, let's go ahead and give it one last intern here, and that'll be all the time I've gone for today. So it looks like Trab is very likely to jump through the underway after us. I cannot wait to find out what they have to use against us. Alright, Invocation of Assyrian can be triggered once more. We absolutely are going to. You influence, less construction costs, and more control.
They are but vermin.
And now let's find out. They are but vermin.
Assume standard formation.
Who's in the desolation? Ooh, some rats, and their RORR. Let's go ahead and stamp them out then.
Avenge the fall.
I think you deserve it. We'll simply go ahead and loot and occupy for more replenishment.
Needs it all.
And that should be, hopefully, the end of Clan Moors. Perfect. Now we just have to deal with the other clan. Repair this at the Desolation of Dagash. We can go ahead and get in some walls, too. Cost very cheap. Everything else down here, though, is controlled by rats. That is really not good. Who are you fighting there?
Welcome.
Oh, he's not even at war with Rictus. That would be why they're so powerful and why they've been pushing Imrig back so easily. He's been busy going after Morgheim.
Highborn.
At least you're being useful.
Gladly. Preparing camp. On my way.
We're just gonna camp our way across.
Ulthuan's Archmage. Seeking a trial.
Hit the floating village and then move through from there. Trade that to a haven. Everyone else, well, they stopped going to their positions. Faramir, you're going to hang out with Lillian. Gilgalion, you're going to hang out with Garahus.
I will share my
Easy.
experience.
Yeah, let's go share that experience.
Orders, you behave.
I did say this would be the last turn.
Ready to
Go ahead and have Gavin come on away from Quetzalcoatl.
I live to serve the Emperor. Following Sigmar's path.
I think now we go ahead and give the army back.
By Sigma's
So what if I give you Quetzalcoatl? Ooh, such friends. 7,000 gold. I mean, don't mind if I do. And we'll have Gavin go ahead and join back up with his squad. Hip hip hooray. He should be getting maximum replenishment at the very least, so him versus Voljax may not be a complete... May be a complete loss. We'll see. Alright, cool. Well, with that, oh no. Duke Jared.
Protector of the realm.
Excuse me, this is Ulthuan. You're in the wrong side of town there, bud. We have no well, I guess we have lots of defenses back on the home front because of all the fighting that was going on here. Trelinia, of course, isn't very well defended. Let's pop in the walls here at Yvresse. And that is going to be all the time I've got for today. Thank you all so much for dropping by today's Eltharion the Grim campaign. If you all enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Sub Throne. See you on the next one.